10 months, 23 days, 7 hours, 32 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how much time is left this year. Still think you have time to waste? If not, good. You picked the right video, because today I'm going to tell you how to stop wasting your life for good. The number one reason why most people waste away their entire lives is because of fear. Fear of failing, fear of what other people may think. Believe it or not, this has killed millions, if not billions of dreams before you and I. Like I'm sure you've all heard the quote before, fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. This is very true. The only fear you should ever have is the fear of uncertainty, because believe me, I'd much rather fail so hard and have everyone laugh in my face and spend the rest of my life wondering what if. If you want to live a good, fulfilled life without any regrets, then you should not allow yourself to ask this question. What if you asked that girl out? What if you actually pursued your dreams? What if you became a high school chemistry teacher, got diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and started selling crystal meth in an RV with one of your ex-students? The only way to answer these questions is by taking action. Sometimes it might not work out. Maybe she does say no. Maybe that job was never meant for you in the first place. Maybe you're not Walter White. At least then you'll know for good. Overcoming your fear of failure is integral to dominating life. Would you believe me if I told you the biggest regret of people dying on their deathbed is I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. So if you spend the rest of your life trying to please everyone else, the only person you'll end up not pleasing is yourself. It is the most common regret of the dying. And I don't know about you, but I don't really want to follow in their footsteps. The thought of conforming your whole life, avoiding risk at every single opportunity just to fit in with people who still don't give a fuck about you, should scare the absolute shit out of you. Because at the end of the day, you'll still be miserable knowing you never fulfilled your true dreams in life, and those people still won't care. And the reason I say this, and I know it may sound extreme, is because having purpose is what gives your whole life meaning. And it's very likely a lot of you guys haven't found it yet. So what I want you to do after this video, if you actually want this video to help you and to have a positive impact on your life, everything off. Go away from your phone, your laptop, your video games. Go away from everything. Just spend some time alone, you and yourself, with a pen and paper. Just write where you'd like to be in a year's time, 5 years time, 10 years time, and start using that brain of yours to think, what would I have to do every single day to get to that position? And simply put, you just build your day around getting those habits in order to achieve that position in that time frame. Basically, I want you to design your own version of these kind of internet self-improvement challenges. Like I'm sure you've all heard of the 75 hard. Do your own version of that. Write down the habits that you should do, that you struggle to do. Make sure you get them done every single day. The only difference being, we're not trying to create something here for 75 days. We're trying to create something for life so that we don't fall off and we continuously get better. And design it perfectly for you and for stuff that you struggle with as well. Like if reading 10 pages is too easy to you, then up it to 20. If you already drink enough water every day, then don't focus on that. Put something else in, like meditation. And unlike these other online challenges such as the 75 hard, where you do everything the exact same each day, I want you to progressively overload each time, just like you would in the gym. It doesn't have to be drastic improvements every time, but as long as you're slowly making progress and becoming more and more disciplined over a long enough time frame, you're guaranteed to be a completely different person. Having these small daily goals is so important, because long-term success, which is what we're all aiming for at the end of the day, is only achieved through short-term success, constantly adding up over time. You could go as far to say small wins equal success. W channel banner, by the way. It's the checklist I'm going to give you guys now, because let's be honest, you've watched way too many self-improvement videos that were just mental masturbation. Go in one ear and out the other. I don't want that with this video. So to the small 1% of people out there who are going to follow what I say, listen very carefully right now. I want you to start dreaming big. Dream so big that people start saying it's impossible and that you'll never achieve these goals. That's how you'll know you're dreaming big enough. Anytime you don't feel like doing the work, imagine yourself once you've achieved that goal. How happy you'd be, how much better life would be, and imagine what the reverse would be. Imagine in 20, 30 years time if you never pursued your goals. If every time you didn't feel like doing something, you gave into that thought and didn't do it. A life without sacrifice is not a life well lived. So keep that in the back of your mind whenever you don't feel like doing something. Like mentioned earlier, actually create that habit tracker and that daily list of habits that you'd have to do in order to get to your goal. Avoid giving into overstimulation as much as possible. Obviously, it's impossible to say you're never going to use your phone again, you're never going to use your laptop again, and you're still going to have relaxing leisure time where you watch stuff for fun. I completely understand that. But avoid giving into it too much, because it's very likely most of you watching this video already have YouTube addictions or TikTok addictions, Instagram video games, whatever it is. Most people do have a vice that they won't admit. The only reason you use those technologies so much is because you don't know what to do with your time. So once you follow everything in this video and you know what to do with your time, it'll make quitting all those addictions so much easier. Those that follow this checklist and do everything I say every single day, regardless of how they feel, will become a completely different person for next year. Whereas the rest of you, and probably the majority, will forget about this video tomorrow and will stay the exact same. So pick your side, bro.